Hi guys, welcome back to the Codefreak channel. Freak out as you code. So this is the tutorial where I'm going to solve all the questions which I've given in the 7th, 8th and 9th class. That is the conditionals, arrays and the first loops video. So let's get started right away. So these are the questions which have been there. This was with the conditionals and this was the array and this was with the other one. Alright, so let's get started right away. So here we have the first question, which is given two numbers a and b, use console.log and print the larger number. So let's do that. So let's create three variables: a, which is 10, and then b, which is 20, and then maybe c. So in c we are going to store the largest variable and then we're going to print it out. So you can use the if condition. So if a is less than b, then what you can do, you can store b, or you can assign whatever is there in b to c, because c is going to be the larger of the two numbers. Otherwise you can just use the else statement, the condition there, else you can just put c equal to a. So it is as simple as that. After that you can just do console.log c, right, 22 with whichever is the larger number. That's what you got here, right? So let me just remove this. So here so if you wanted to do it in an easier way, that is also possible. That is using the question mark and colon. So let me show you that also. You can put the condition here. So a less than b, question mark, colon, a. So this will also print the bigger of the two numbers, right? You got 20 again, right? So but I would actually suggest you to use this method because that is more proper way of using. Even this is also correct, but I would suggest you to do the first one. When three numbers a, b, c, use console.log and print out the smallest of the numbers. So I'm going to create three variables here. So let me just copy that from there and use it here, and then let's put c to be maybe 5. Okay, and then you want to store it in maybe say d is the variable, or let's give a variable which says smallest. Okay, that's the best thing to do right now. Okay, so now what you can do is if, so before we actually do the condition, there is one shortcut which you can use. So you can assign any of the numbers to a, to smallest. Okay, so I'm going to put a, smallest equal to a first. Now we are going to compare whether this any other number is smaller than a. Actually c is smaller than a, so we should get something like that. So if b is smaller than a or smaller than smallest, then what we can do, we can assign b to smallest, right? That will work. Then you can use the else if condition. Else if c is smaller than the smallest, then you can actually put smallest equal to c, and that's it. And then you can just console.log smallest. This works perfectly well. You don't need to have any other statements. You can skip the else statement as such here. So smallest, perfect. So let's see whether you get the output to be 5. See, you got the output to be 5. You can check out even with question mark colon, it works perfectly well. Kind of very easy, right? So now let's go to the next question. Just comment this out. So the third question says, given a number, print if it's an odd number or an even number. So we can actually do this in a very nice way. So let's take a number, let a equal to maybe 2 for now, not 2, maybe 55. Okay, it's an odd number. So if a mod, so you can check modulus of that number with 2. So if it gives remainder as 1, that means it's odd. If it doesn't give remainder as 1, that means it is even, right? That means it gives 0, it's even. So basically the definition of even number is that you can actually divide it by 2. So that's what we are doing here. So if a mod 2 is true, then it's odd, right? So you can just console.log the number is odd, something like that. All right. Else you can just put else here, and then you can do console.log the number is even. So if you have not understood any of them, just go through it again, just listen to the video again. I'm sure you'll be able to understand. Else you can put it in the comment section. I'll reply back to you very fast. All right. So you can actually see that you get, okay, I've just saved this. See, you got the number is odd. So if I just change this number to maybe 50, you get the number is, oh, I've not saved it. You get the number is even. So right. So that's how you can work around with this. So these were very simple questions related to the conditionals. Actually, we'll be using conditionals in almost all of these questions also, especially in the loops. So now let's go ahead and do these questions here. All right. So this is a very nice set of questions which we have here with respect to the arrays. Let's go ahead and do all of them. So we have to create an array. So let me create an array. So you just choose let and array. So I'm giving the name as array only because that will actually be good. So now let me do that. Okay. These are 10 names here, right? So you can check out whether there are 10 names as such by using this function console.log into array.length. Okay, so it would actually show the length to be 10. Then you know that you have created an array of names including Zoe, and yeah, I have included John and Zoe here. Okay, now I have to find the index of John and Zoe. So it's very simple. You can actually do it very easily. Just choose console.log and array. So I'll copy it from next time. It's taking a lot of. So index of, you can just use index of. So there's a function, inbuilt function for you, and then you can just put in John inside it. Right? This will work out. So if I see that, you should be able to get 1. Yeah. So 0 1. So that's how it works, right? And then I can copy this same thing again. So maybe Zoe. Yeah, you will be able to get it to be, I think 5 it should come. Yeah, it's 5. Perfect. So you got these also. If you want to make it more interactive, you can just add, this is all that. You can add some string here and do catenation and stuff like that. But I'm not doing it for not wasting it. I don't want to waste your time. So remove them and add it at the beginning. So how can you delete these two elements? So we can use splice. So let me do that. Splice. So the number is 1, right? From 1 to 1, and then I think that's it. This will remove John. So what I can do is I can actually do console.log of the array. I should have done that in the beginning itself. We do that here, maybe here, because always I want the array. Okay. So now let's see what our array is. Okay, splice is not defined. Okay, I have to put array dot splice, right? So array dot splice, yeah, that should work. Yeah, nice. So we have seen that John went away, right? And then you can do again array dot splice. So I'm just going to copy this. Quite simple. So now Mary is at 5, right? So I can do 5 on 1. So from the 5th position, it's going to remove 1, right? So you can see that, okay, Zoe is not gone away. So 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so 5 has become 4. So that you have to keep in mind because you have already deleted 1, right? So now, yeah, Zoe went away. Last time Casey went away because that was actually the 5th index then. All right. So yeah, that's nice. One more concept you can keep in mind. So now we want to add John and Zoe there, right? So we will do that by using shift and shift. If you remember that, you will actually see that John will come in the beginning of the array. So John has come in the beginning of the array, right? You can check there are 9 elements too. I'll just copy this again, and then you can paste it and then change John to Zoe, right? That works. Okay, so now you want to delete the last two elements. How do you do that? It's very easy. Again, you can use the splice function. So splice has a lot of functionalities. That's the main reason I've given these questions actually. You can just do -2. So it will delete the last two, which are Emma and Ruby. Let's see. So yeah, so you got rid of those two. Right now you have only 8 elements. Now you want to convert the array into a single string without with a hash as the joining let's see what it is, as the joining element. Okay, so let's do that. We have another function called array, and you can use the join function. So join, and with what you want to join it with hash. So let me just do it this way, and then maybe you want to create a variable which actually has that, right? So let's put let here and then put string. So str equal to, so that should work, right? So let's console.log str also. This time we'll do console.log str. Let's see what happens. Okay, I guess that should be the way. You got a string with Zoe hash Dan hash blah 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 blah, that way, right? You actually have 8 elements now. Now next, use plus operator and add kc hash at the beginning. So that's kind of really easy. Just put str equal to kc hash plus str. Yeah, that should work out, right? It will add kc hash at the beginning. So you see, you got that. Perfect. So now you want to split it back to another array. So let's create another array called array2, and then what we can do is we can split this thing. So for that we have str dot split function, and then you can split it based on whatever is the parameter. So hash is the parameter you have to split it based on. So we can just use that. So let me console.log the array2. All right, so let's see it. Yeah, so you got a array with 9 elements. Here you had array1 is right now having only 8 elements. Okay, so now you want to replace the first 3 names with your name and Codefreak. All right, so let's do that. How do you do that? Again, you use splice. There are many ways to do it, but I'm wanting you to do it this way only, so that should actually help out. So array2 dot splice. Okay, splice it to what? You want to remove the first 3 elements. So from the index 0, 3 you want to remove, and you want to add 2 elements. One is your name, and the other one is Codefreak. So Codefreak. Sorry for Codefreak. Okay, so let's just check it out now. So you will see that these two elements are as such added in the ending. Okay, it's added in the beginning. Do you want what was replace the first 3 names? Yeah, so it's fine, correct, we have done correctly, right? So these were the questions with respect to the arrays. So now let's actually move on to the questions with respect to the loops. I think these were the questions with respect to the loops. We are going to use arrays for that also. All right, given an array, print out all the even numbers first and then the odd numbers. So this is kind of really easy. So let's I'm going to create an array here. So I have an array of numbers here from 1 to 10. So now let's use a for loop and then actually do this whole thing. So now for let I equal to 0, and then whatever is the length of this numbers array. So you can use the property, or since you know, you can directly type it out, but I want to use the property because that will help out a lot in the long run. When you actually don't know the length of the array, then you can do plus I. So that works out, right? And then first you have to print out all the even numbers and then the odd numbers. So yeah, we can do that. So see, if numbers of I mod 2, that means if it is not this, okay, so I just put a not here, that means it's going to be, if it is 0, then that means it's even, right? So the not of 0 is 1, which is true, so that's why I'm doing it this way. And then you can just do console.log the number of I. This will print out all the even numbers right now. Then we can print out all the odd numbers. So let's just check it out if you want. Okay, so that is actually not working. This not is not working because of the precedence actually. Okay, so that is something which I think you guys can remember, right? So one more bracket there, and let's see now if it works. See, now you get all the even numbers, right? That's it. So if you want to get all the odd numbers, it's very simple. You can just copy this and then paste it, and then remove this not. Then you get all the, first you get all the even numbers and then you got all the odd numbers. That's what we wanted, right? That's it. So now let's go on to the next question. So given an array, print all the odd numbers first, odd elements first, and then the even elements. This is nice, but it's really easy. So let me just copy the same array which we had here so that it will save time, and then let me try to print out only the, first you have to print out the odd elements. So for printing out the odd elements, you can do this way. So for again, you can create a variable, let I equal to 0. No, you want to you want to print out only the odd ones. So so you want to print out only the odd elements. So we can start from 1 and then we can increment by 2. So that's what we will be trying to do right now. Okay, I. So I less than equal to, then I plus equal to 2. You can do that. You can use that shorthand. Okay, that works out. And then you can put there, and then you can just do console.log array of I, right? Yeah. Oh shit. So now we should be actually able to see all the odd elements. So this is an odd element, right? This is an odd element with respect to the index. So if the question was actually not so clear with respect to whether you meant the odd elements in terms of 1, 2, 3, 4 starting from 1 or starting from 0, I mean mostly with respect to the index. So don't worry about it, even if you have done the other way around. So now when you want to print out the even elements, it's very easy. You can just copy paste the same thing, and then you can just start with 0, start from 0. So this is one way of doing it. There are many ways to do the same thing. All right. So now you have all the odd elements first, and then you have all the even elements. So this question is as such done. So now we go to the next question, which is actually really interesting, but I have not taught you this part in the arrays chapter, but it's very important. So that's why I'm just putting it here. Can you create an array which contains arrays? Yes, you can. If yes, what is it called? So it's called a 2D array or a 3D array or a 4D array, and then show an example. So let me show you that. All right. So yeah, so let's create an array here. Before that, let me just comment this out. Okay, so let me create an array. So this is my array. So I'm going to call it array 2D, okay, because first we'll create a 2D array. All right. So here you have a this thing like that, and then you can put another like that, and then you can put 1, 2, 3. So and then you can put a space there, and then again you can do maybe 2, 3, 4, and then not a space. Actually, you should put a comma 2, 3, 4, and then this is actually, you can do it in a, you can put anything there also like that. So it's very flexible. Actually, you can put a false also. It's very flexible. So this is a 2D array because it stores an array. Means you can see that this is a 1D array. This is a 1D array. This is a 1D array. So if you store an array of 1D arrays, you can call it a 2D array, right? So you can see. Okay, let me just do console.log array 2D. Yeah, just let me do that. Okay. You can actually see that you have an array of 3 elements, array of 2 elements. So if you go down, you can see that, this 0th index has 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, if you go down like this, you have 0, 0. So if you want to access any element here, so you can do console.log. Say you want to access this third element here, which is so let's go there. So you want to access this 3, right? So it is 1, 1. So how do you access it? You can just do of 1, 1. So this is how you can do it. This is the first one, and this is the second one, right? So you can just see it that way. So you can see you got the 3 there. So if I put 2, 1, so what is the answer going to be? Guess it in your mind. Okay, it's going to be false. Okay, you got false there, right? So that's how this whole thing works. You can actually work around and jumble around with this. Let me show you how a 3D array looks also. So just for the sake of it, so let array 3D equal to, so you can have this and then one more of this 1 2 no, not this way. So you can have one more of this 1 2, and then you can have a comma here, and then maybe 2 3 2 4, or okay 2 3, so anything, it doesn't matter. This is one 2D array. So now let's make another 2D array. All right, have I put extra brackets? I guess I have put extra brackets. We don't need these many. It becomes a 4D array then, right? So this is one 2D array. So now let's make another 2D array. So maybe like 2 3 2 3 4. Yeah, you can have some elements like that also. Okay, you have to put in one more like that. So yeah, let me do it. Okay, so you have some elements here. So let's look at what exactly this looks like. So I'll just copy this, paste it out here, and change this to 3D. All right, so let's save it and let's look at the 3D array which we have created. So you can see you have a 2 elements array which has an array of 2 elements and 1 element. So this again has an, okay, when you see it this way, you have an array here and one more array. So you can see that. So like that you can actually go through this thing. So you just work around this. Okay, so that's it for today's videos, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please put a like and subscribe to my channel if you really watched till here, right? You've seen that how much trouble have gone to write questions for you, how much trouble have gone into writing questions for you and also solving it out for you. So yeah, that's it. Bye bye. I hope you enjoyed the video.